first and last township in the valley, known in the tough years between the wars as Little Moscow. Its massive working men's hall, its Kremlin. Ugly, battered, brooding, defiant, it's a relic and storehouse of Maerdy's memories. For veterans, it speaks of a vivid and exciting time.
This hall was the cathedral, the parliament, and anything else you could think of, or the place of Maerdy.
Alf has lived in Maerdy all his life. His father, a West Indian sailor, came here looking for work and married a local girl.
I love Maerdy so, you know. I'm part of Maerdy, and Maerdy people think the same of me. My mother was a pauper in the street.
What's a pauper?
What's a pauper? Now, every street, if it's a long street there, it might have had 2 or 3 paupers, but every street had a pauper. And if there was trouble, illness, births, even death, like that, were laid out. Like that. Pauper was always on hand. My mother was a pauper. My father was daddy-laws. Many a time I see him sitting on the front door with the kids around him, telling them the most marvellous stories about lions and tigers. Tell what he'd never seen a lion or a tiger.
As a young man, Alf sang in a group, the Whiffenpoofs, performing up and down the Rhondda, and he recalls one of the songs.
Maerdy, that is the place for me. Maerdy, I love you so. Swansea town is very pretty. Cardiff is pretty. Also Bristol City, but it's Maerdy. That is the place for me. Maerdy, I love you so. There's Cumberland, Ridwellen, any other old Welland, but Maerdy is the place for me. That's it. Oh, that's a song about Maerdy, which is the place for me.
For many years, hardship united the people. Communism expressed the spirit of many of them. In its heyday, party meetings were packed, and people were expected to toe the line.
A shopkeeper in Maerdy, or a newsagent by the name of Davis, was asked by the Communist Party not to sell newspapers other than the Daily Worker. He refused to do this, and writing, I believe it was to the Western Mail, he mentioned or quoted that Maerdy was becoming like Moscow, and I think that that name stuck.
At the other end of town, well away from the working men's hall, this rusty, ramshackle hut once played a part in the emotions and rivalries of Maerdy politics.
The story behind the hall is that it was built by business people back in 1910 when they were blacked from using the Maerdy Workmen's Hall because of their objection to the Communist Party controlling what they sold. I think the Communist Party's idea was fair distribution, but then the business people felt that this should be left to them, and the freedom of the right to sell to people was theirs.
In Wood Street lived Danny Lewis, the distinguished and unfortunate Arsenal goalkeeper. In 1927,